We're going to have a very quick and simple look at fitting a saddle to a horse. Now, this is no means like any replacement for a professional saddle fitter, and we would always recommend that you do get, your saddle fitted and checked properly. But this is just really a guide. So if you have had your saddle fitted and you think, oh, I'm not, maybe it needs looking at, I'm not sure if your horse has changed shape, then this is basically what that's for. So first of all, it's obviously important that you start with a nice clean horse, making sure that there's absolutely, no dirt or loose hair, scurf under the saddle, because we definitely, and under the girth area, we definitely don't want them getting rubbed. Okay, and so when you're having a look at your saddle, it's actually really important not to put a number on, and that's so you can get a true picture of what is actually going on under there. So we're just going to gently pop the saddle. So here you can see we've just got a general purpose saddle. This saddle's actually been fitted to this horse, but the reason that we've used this is because it's actually due it's a flare saddle, so it's due to have some more kind of air in there. But if I was putting this saddle on this horse and to assess has she changed shape, one of the most important things that we look for is we should be able to get our hands running under here. So we need enough room under their shoulders for them to be able to move properly. The next thing we're looking at is we want roughly around 4 fingers here. Okay, so we definitely do not want any weight pressing down on the withers and down the spine, but equally we don't want to feel like we're sitting above the horse. We want to be kind of with the horse. So next I'm going to have a look, and I can see a nice clear tunnel all the way down the gullet there. I can fit my hand down there. Now the reason that I say about the saddle is you can just see there's a little bit of tilt and movement there. What we're going to do, I'm just going to do the girth up on her. Another thing we need to have a look at as well, from a riding point of view and obviously from their comfort, is if we have a little look behind, we want to make sure that the saddle is actually sitting squarely on them. So we don't want it to be, wavering to either side. We want a nice, and if it is wavering, we need to then say, is that the saddle? Is that the horse? Is it a combination? And let's have a look. But I can see that that saddle sits, nice and squarely on her. So the next stage that we would see for a saddle is to have somebody sitting on, and the reason for that is the weight of a rider on the saddle actually makes a big difference. The reason that we're not going to put a rider on is because I know that when this horse trots, the saddle is actually going to be moving around on her back. So this is why we're going to have a look at getting some more flair put in this. Another indication, once you take the saddle off, these marks here. So we want nice even marks, especially if the horse is sweated. If the horse has been worked, we definitely don't want to see any rubs, and certainly any loss of hair on there. So if you feel and you run along your horse's back, if you're getting any sore bits, you really need to have a look at getting your saddle checked and just to make sure that it is fitting and it's not the saddle causing any problems. And if you do have any issues, you really should get a qualified saddle fitter to come and look at your horse.